Hello everyone. Today it's our pleasure to have Everest IMS Technologies with us, and they are a startup which is doing extremely well in Bangalore. So I welcome all of you today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and today we are just going to discuss as to, it's a startup, so there's always this query or the apprehensions in the mind of a student as to whether they should join a startup or not. So I'll start off with asking, what are the pros and cons of joining a startup for a fresher?
Sure. So, see, as we are the startup, to join a startup is like, so you will get the exposure to learn initial years of your learning period. So whenever you join any company, so initial first 2-3 years are very important for your career to learn technologies. Okay. So whenever you are joining any company, either it is a startup or it's a large or your dream company, you focus on learning first. Startups provide you exposure to learn a lot. They will give you a lot of in-person trainings. Okay. And then on the basis of that, you will, if you give your time to that company, you will be getting a lot of learning again with respect to technology, with respect to how to take work from the people, so that you can nurture your career for whenever you grow as in middle management. Okay, that's the pros for the startup. Then there is some negative sides also, like you will not get a very large campus in startups, or maybe you might not get very relaxing period. You will always has to work, you will always has to perform. Okay, otherwise, like in big companies, probably sometimes you get a very relaxing period for a longer time. Okay, and then and at the same time, some other your competitor are learning, so you are anyway losing. Either you have to learn by yourself, or company has to provide you the platform to learn.
All right.
So, and to add it, actually, normally the startups you get a friendly environment. Okay? It's not like a corporate culture. You have a hierarchy, and then you need to follow your manager. And the sir culture is top. Actually, anyway, in IT, the sir culture is not there much, but still, that is not the way the startup works. Okay, from the bottommost, junior most person can approach the CEO of the company, and the CEO comes and sit with you and then have fun, and then still they work as a family environment. It's a friendly environment which you normally get for the if the person is working in startup. That is one thing.
So not very innovating.
Yeah. So and actually the thing is, you, for example, you take it is, though it looks small, but when you check the person who is the CEO or the CTO who is having a 20 plus years of experience, he is coming and sitting next to you, and then he started speaking about the technology. Okay, which you will never get in any of the service companies or any of the big corporates. Okay, so the thing, exposure, what you get or how much you learn from in startup is quite a lot. But similarly, but you need to be a bit careful on what startup you are joining. So you need to know the base. Like if you see a negative point, you need to first. There are some startups like who work in a very basic technology, or they want to. Similarly, they maybe call it as a startup, but still they are going to align in a service-based approach.
Alright.
They get some projects from Western countries and they start working on that. That may not be the right startup. Okay? The startup mean you need to join a right startup who is working on a product-based company, or they have a proper vision.
Alright.
Okay, so that becomes if that is the right company, the students need to join. Okay, if they are joining there, then yes, then they can learn a lot.
So, but there's so many startups that are starting and then they're closing up also. So is that also the fear that you join a startup and just
no, that's what the reason which I was saying. You need to be careful in the background is that. Okay,
right.
So, but you may not in day one you may not get high paid salaries in all the startups. Okay, so they normally some of the startups, like most of the startups works with, they start with their minimum funding. Okay, and they go for maybe after 1 or 2 years, then they'll start getting funding from outside. Or there are companies like us, actually we make our own money.
Alright.
So we don't go for any, till now actually we have not gone for any other fundings. Okay, but there are different kinds of things.
Alright. So do their background check and then join a company.
Do a basic background check before joining. As long as it's a product based company and they are working in right technology, then it's good to go.
Apart from that, like they should have clients. Okay, there are startups, they are running in losses since the receptions. Okay, they don't have clients, but they have got a few $1 million funding, okay, and they are closing down in 1 or 2 years, okay.
Alright.
Like if you are having clients, okay, if you are having products, those are exposed in the market, and every product is having clients, then
Alright.
definitely you are on the right path.
All right.
So
And
as
yeah.
I said that initial years are very crucial
All right.
for the candidates to learn a lot.
Uh-huh.
So initial 2 to 3 years they should invest in themselves, in learning and providing. So the energy level is highest at that level. So
Yeah.
you should invest in learning more rather than looking out for any other like big companies and all. That is fine. But
Alright.
startups already have that environment, which will give you like a double the exposure of what you get on outside. MNC over
All
there.
right.
So that they should focus on more, and they should also once they join, it's not about why they join. Once they join, they should be able to take advantage of, like most of people are like 10 years plus experience and all, who are helping them. So they should take more advantage of, like, these people are coming together to train them in person. Okay, so they should take the best advantage of, like, learn the most in the initial period, and then go on to build a career.
All right. So there are a lot of pros and cons, but I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons. But any message that you would give to the youngsters, because since you would be very choosy, you would not be taking a lot of people. So what is it that you actually are looking at, and what these students need to prepare?
probably they should start thinking,
Uh-huh.
okay, basically instead of just in bookish and to just pass the exam, instead of that they should start thinking, okay, what solutioning you can give for any problem near to you, okay.
Alright.
Because in IT and software industries around you there will be a lot of problems, and you can solve all of them using some software development, okay. Or nowadays, like artificial intelligence, anything can be solved through artificial intelligence, okay. Now robotics is upcoming. So I just want to message that in last year of your college you should start thinking actually,
All right.
instead of just reading the books and passing the exam, okay.
All right.
And one more message is especially the programming language which you learn in C, C++. Sometimes people are not so good, they struggle to learn C++. I would definitely want to recommend a Python programming language which people can learn easily how to program.
All right.
Okay, this is like in US and all, this is in their school curriculum, and people learn the programming from this
Alright.
language.
And Ganesh, anything to add quickly?
Yeah, on top of what Deepak Gupta is saying, when you start with career with your Python, then your base will be easy to learn and you will get a strong foundation, right? And on top of Python, then you will be getting a confidence to learn on any technologies, like even C, C++, any complex technologies. We don't have a fear of learning a language, right? Python is a right base for our learners, and nowadays companies are more interested towards Python because all the happening technologies are happening through Python technologies.
All right. So
Okay.
thank you very much, and we end with this.
Thank you.